If a doctor told one of us we are going to die, then demands you to love them forever or they won't save you, would this not be violence? To use a position of dominance to exploit is criminal. It is leveraging your human right to life with a threat of death. When someone uses their position to threaten your human rights, a violent act has been done. There has never been a good cause to force someone into compliance under threat of their life. No person is entitled to have such possession over another person. These are the kind of red words that lead to unjustly justifying genocide. Even if knowledge is known by the individual that would save others, death would be the ultimate silence. Therefore, you likely will get no information. This is called coercion. The profiting people who wrote our laws consider this criminal activity. We need each other to share ideas and hardships, or else we never would have bothered to evolve to communicate with languages. People today would have never gotten technology like touch-screen phones without human cooperation. The red words teach us that money is the most important thing behind it, but the truth is that the money is just as invented as the phone. It was the brilliance of and the cooperation of people that makes things happen. Those red words are money as the carrot and your life needs get the whip. Life is chaotic beyond what we think we have control of. We need each other to find the best preventions, resolutions and solutions to improve all human life. Our world could honour and celebrate our humanity if our laws were not written to just profit off of people. If instead they were written to protect them, I would not have to be sharing my deepest personal traumas to validate the truth of the purple words. We have evolved to be cooperative with all life on Earth. From the microbial to the complex, life all works off of each other to supply our air, our food, our water, our medicine, etc. If you live on Earth, you are a carbon-based life form. This is because all known life in the universe evolved in the only environment known to host life in the universe, the Earth. Knowing this, would profiting off of the destruction of our living environment be an act of violence? Yes, it would be. This makes these types of red words abuses without a bruise. Enormous numbers of people justify irresponsible pollution because there is nothing wrong with it. Others feel the world is ending anyway, so why should they bother? These are red words to gaslight the issue, to stand as a false witness. Red words brought into action to cause harm to the lives of others. Would the indifference to the planet's welfare be violence? Yes, because to do so puts all known life in the universe at risk. Red words were never supposed to happen. They were created to cause harm to people. There is no need for words to touch anything except the tongues of an abuser, to become red words. What is heard becomes the weapon of choice for people who use red words for selfish gains. The red words designed to lie to us, confuse us, traumatize us, manipulate our desires and hopes. All of these red words, when heard, can cause physical harm to individuals. Who has starved themselves in order to be liked or loved? Who has bullied others to gain the approval of their peers? Who has missed their health needs to ensure the others around them were cared for first without help? There is a book of red words that has the definition of false witnessing written in it. To bring forward false claims of truth with the intent to cause harmful outcomes on others is violence. That book says to give the false claimant the punishment they intended to inflict through their lies. These are just a few examples of how abuse without bruising is violence. Today's story, we are diving deeper into the sibling dynamics prior to my parents getting divorced. I was 7. My sister is the oldest, my brother the youngest, with me the middle child. We 3 played together all the time, but it was always in a 2-on-1 scenario. How we would pair off would change, but the majority of the time I was solo. She took the opportunity in her position of power, given to her from our mother in the form of look out for them. Don't let anything happen, to play any cruelty her little heart desired on me. When my brother and I paired up, it was often because he just wanted to play and not participate in hurting me that day, or she had hurt him, and he wanted to feel safety in numbers. My sister made sure she hurt me through my exclusion. In later years, she would act disgusted by me for no reason anyone else could confirm for me. Petty things like saying I smelled immediately after getting out of a shower. She would braid my hair in French braided pigtails, because she was the only one who knew how in my teens. So because she had to be the one that braided my hair, she would braid them so tight my scalp hurt, and I would get a headache as well as looking like I had a facelift. It happened enough that my scalp 30 years later is almost entirely pain tolerant. In those moments, I was just happy that she was taking care of my needs. I had failed to see that she was intentionally causing me torturous pain because she wanted to hurt me. The carrot on a stick with a whip in the other hand. As you can imagine, there was a lot of resentment there. This often resulted in us kids screaming and fighting each other. We would brutally grapple, push and shove, full swing hit, slap, etc. Later in life, after many more traumas, one of these fights changed my life. My brother ruined my excitement for an upcoming dance by saying, "Nobody would want to dance with you anyways," and I just snapped. We were full out fighting and I thought to myself, grab a knife and stab him in the kidney. I immediately stopped what I was doing, my brother crying on the floor from me kicking him. I had allowed my emotional hurt to guide me to enacting hurt again, just like with my best friend so many years before. I was now an abuser again. I left the house immediately and followed the stream to a great white pine that was over 100 years old. I sat in that tree so angry I still wanted to kill my brother. I sat in that tree for over 5 hours, but when I came down I have never allowed my emotions to let me make such a vile mistake again. My ego is not my life, therefore I will only defend my life with violence when it is brought to me. The violence in those early childhood days did not get that far, but it was still bad. We would try escaping the violence behind our bedroom doors. If they had not been oak, I do not think they would have withstood the abuse. I am certain my sister resents that I was born. I have no doubts that I have been her abuse victim since birth, as well as my mother being her victim for having me. My brother seems to be okay, but I would put money on it that she is still cruel to him as well. I don't like to bet, unless I am fairly certain I am winning the pot. Today, she uses access to her son to punish my mother. I definitely agree with her that Mum could have been a better mother. I just don't resent Mum for it. Mum did her best with a foundation full of red words. She upheld harmful beliefs because she was unaware and doing what she thought was right. Mum had not seen the red words. I cannot shame another human being for being manipulated. I still believe in being held accountable, but that does not have to include resentment. No victim has ever caused their abuse. I did not cause my sister's abuse, so how is her resentment justified against me? Sadly, only a suckling child would think themselves that entitled. Most people outgrow that survival instinct guided by their hunger. So you could say that this type of abuser needs to stop gorging themselves. Some people just want revenge, not justice. This was a hard lesson for me to learn as a child. Some people were just selfish, but how much of that is because of the red words? Even though I recognise her intentional harm for me, she is still my sister and I love her very much. I have not spoken to her in 20 years because her violent red words caused me harm. I have no regrets in choosing self-care over a cunt who could care less about me. She has always kept you confused about what she's going to behave like, so you have to walk on eggshells when she graces you with her presence. She throws fits about something not happening as she demanded it to, when no one got the memo that she had even asked for anything. She will shame some superficial thing about you or your life to make you the invented cause for her to abuse you. These are ways abusive people cause cognitive dissonance, a foggy confusion where your reality and your internal understandings of a situation are in conflict. As an example, plastics are just fine, but they are ruining our life source. The red words are the lies. I would like to say that the sibling family dynamics have improved for me, but they did not. Honestly, by going no contact, I have healed more than I ever had before in my life. I know my siblings still have contact frequently, with my sister being the queen with her demands to be met. To have love for someone and wish them good things in life does not require your compliance to abuses that do not bruise. If someone loves you, they respect you. They do not lie to you to get their way. If someone loves you, they are responsible for themselves. They do not hold entitled expectations of you to be met before they will love you back. Someone who loves you never wants to betray you. They talk honestly about consensual decisions and respect the other's choices. They even respect you when you do not consent. Someone who loves you does not dangle love like a carrot on a stick. Respect, responsibility, consent, the 3 keys to the function of positive human interactions. It is almost impossible to do an injustice when you use the 3 keys. Authors do not forget that love is given. It is not purchased. Earning it is being respectful, responsible, and consensual. This is a basic human need from birth to have the 3 keys met. You deserve those things, but not at the cost of cruelty. Cruelty in words is often violence. If the truth you know is calling you to do violence, it probably is not true. Our choices lead us to act in violence. We do not act violently in our humanity unless it is provoked. This is an instinctual response to threats. The threats are choices mad to act. Concepts like war is inevitable are propagandized red words that teach people to take from others is justified. Conflicts will occur in any group dynamic, just look at my family, but to war is to actively choose to take from someone else with force. It is not inevitable, it is the motive and choices towards profiting, indifferent to the harm of others. There is no honour in war. There is honour in serving the protection of others, not taking from them. We are born to protect other people. We would not be born entirely helpless if we were not born to care about others. So, authors, have you been able to identify any purple words in your stories from this tale? Did anything I share remind you of someone in your life? If so, you are under a potential threat of violence through abuses that do not bruise. It is dangerous to call these cruel people out as a victim within the abuser's web of confusion. The victims cannot defend themselves without potential threat to their well-being more often than not. These people need their communities to call it out. We all need our communities to call it out. This is why awareness of the abuses that do not bruise are crucial to the human species. We need to recognise these con men amongst us before their verbal violence turns into physical violence. We need to hold people's indifference towards others accountable. That is our civic duty as a person in a community. We are the authors and editors. We are responsible for ourselves in our choices. We determine what is written in our story. We are all a part of the greatest book club that has ever existed, living as we were born to do. You can stop red words from spreading when you edit your own story to purple words. I know this tale was on the heavy side. Many of them are going to be. I do not want to eliminate anything from my stories, to be a responsible narrator for the awareness of the abuses that do not bruise. I am demanding respect for the truth of the red words. I will not be silent about things that improve this world for all. The future generations deserve better, because we deserved better too. Let's get to reducing the sea of red words by editing out our perceptions of things that do not match the reality of them. Things like love is submission or protection is being the meanest person. Do not let those who do not care about you make you not care about you. Authors, what keys do you have to navigate your life? Have you made sure they are not defined by red words? Do not be disappointed in yourselves if you have been deceived by red words like these. They are designed to deceive. They are designed for those who cannot love themselves and deceive others. I hope they watch these videos too and find their red words. Maybe they will stop hating themselves as much as they hate us. Be the human you were born to be a little more, and the red words a little less between now and the next tale authors. It is as simple as throwing away a piece of trash every day that you did not drop. Every edit in life starts with the small things. We are all more than they ever taught us we are. Until the next time, try to love yourself more. Do not forget that your actions in the world affect others, including the incorporation of purple words.